What's good folks? My name is, like I said, Simon 1247, man. Anyways, let's talk about the system SYSBM. Save yourself, black man, right? But my thing is, I don't use the word black. I'm just going to use brother man. Substitute the word black for brother. Save yourself, brother man. And to me, SYSBM will probably be the new foundation moving forward, and this is what we really need. Brothers who want to rebuild, like our ancestors did. Those who were in Black Wall Street in Tulsa, in I believe in 1921 or 1920, I believe. Don't get me wrong on the dates. I'm sorry if I misquote the dates. I know y'all get all anal if we mess up dates, and you're not studied enough anyways. But like I said, 100 years, like going on almost close to 100 years ago back in Tulsa. Like, we need to have that type of mindset if we're gonna, like, develop a system like SYSBM. And the thing is, I think the way we're moving to, I don't think it's gonna be necessarily a race type. I don't think it's going to be a race. I don't think a race is even going to exist as far as like ethnicity, nationalities. I don't think where we're headed to. I don't think that the SYSBM. I don't think that's even going to exist anymore. Like, we'll probably just be a one conglomerate. Like we'll probably be a people that come from different regions. And we'll probably all just be together, and we'll just build together, probably on like some frequency type stuff. But I don't think it's going to be on race anymore. It's not going to be race. It's not going to be the religions. I think we're just going to start fresh from everything. And that, to me, that's cool. I can deal with that, because this is what we need. We need to start fresh, man. There's like all this old stuff we've been doing. It's a wrap, man. We can't do it no more, fellas. We did it. We tried it. We tried it their way, and we tried it this way, and we prayed, and we went to church, and we went to school, and we went out here to communities, and we did this, and we did that. And what do we have to show for any of this stuff that we did? Absolutely nothing. Cool. A pair of Jordans, a pair of Gucci sneakers, a Rolex. Like, I mean, come on, man. We have trinkets. I mean, all this hard work, everything our ancestors have ever done, and the Motowns, and all these different inventions that our ancestors did, and who's benefiting from that? Who's benefiting from the stop sign and the signal, the turn signals, and the air conditioning systems? Who from our community is benefiting from that? It might be a small pocket of maybe a family member or two. But once again, why can't we think globally now? Let's stop thinking community. Let's think globally, because once again, we got to come to a point. We got to think global, because this is like, I think the world is honing in on the so-called black man. Like, we're being like we have a telescope on us right now. And the thing is, this whole matrix moves to how we move. They're going to adjust to how we move. So whatever we decide, the matrix is going to adjust to what we move. Because I think we run, basically, subliminally, I think we run the whole thing. Because everything is based off reaction of what we are doing. Everything is based off of what the so-called black man in America is. What are they doing? What are they thinking? What is going on with them? Then with us, they strategize. And this is why I think a lot of the women, this is why I think they reward the so-called black woman with the mediocrity, with the food stamps, and with the WIC, and with the Section 8. Once again, this is the black woman's reward for perpetuating the mediocrity in the so-called black community. Yeah, we're gonna reward you with these food. And the thing is, they don't get it. You know, it's free. I don't have to pay for this, that, and the third. So they thinking, hey, it's a come up. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? It's destroying your lineage. It's destroying your legacy. But like I said, I mean, it's just no more arguing. There's no more arguing the fact that we need to do. It's just, listen, now it's to a point we got to move with our feet. We got to move with our resources. Once again, if you know, you ladies say you want to do bad, you know, you bad all by yourself, then cool, then that's what it has to be. You have to be by yourself. You know, I know mama, she took care, yeah, my mama, but listen, my daddy raised me. So listen, my daddy raised me to be a man. So listen, I ain't gotta have friends. I ain't gotta have a million people following me. So shout out to my man, what's his name? Supreme King Coon. I think he was on the MOT show on the live stream, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago, and he looked it up. Listen, it only takes 500 people to establish a city, a town or a city in the United States. So listen, it don't take much to do much. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a small seed plants trees. You don't need to plant a tree to get a tree. And that's the whole hold up with the so-called black community. We need millions and millions and millions of people to establish and do this. Nah, man. You just need a portion of people. Maybe less than 1,000 people, maybe a couple hundred to get things cracking. So that's what we need to be, fellas. That's why SBM. You know, the year of movement, the year of the new vision. The old is gone, the new is here. I think that's what it says in the Bible. The old things have passed away, and you know, behold, old things have become new. Now things are new, and new is scary, and it's scary to the old regime. Like I said, the thing is, we had the blindfolders on our face, thinking that these people were with us, but the whole time they weren't. You know, including our women. Let's be honest. We thought the whole time they were with us. Not gonna say all of them, but the mass majority. You thought these women were with us when they weren't. You know, you got all these different people in your neighborhood selling you, you know, running your liquor stores. You know, no disrespect to the different nations and Arabs and Chinese and these different nations, but once again, nobody's helping you build anything. No one. You put your money into that Arab man's hand, that's going right back to his people wherever he's from. You put your money back in that Chinese man or that Korean, whatever these people are, that's going right back to their people. None of that is even coming back to you, right? But the thing is, I'm not pointing. I'm doing the blame game. But the thing is, if these people were to give money back to the so-called community, where would they give it to? Or who would they give it to? You know, let's be honest. Where's an established black community in the United States that's actually functional on their own? One doesn't exist. So once again, if these people were to give money back to you, cool. You spent $5. For every $5 you black people spend in our store, we're gonna give $1 back to your community. But where would they give it to? And who would they give it to? Do they go house to house and give it to you? Or is there an established organization that they will give it to? Once again, who's ruling you people? Where's your government? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have law, statutes? Do you have, what's it called? Is it law, statutes, commandments? Do you have structure? Do you have government? Do you have order? Do you have a presidency? Do you have somebody that's so-called running the black community? Who's doing this? Who speaks for us? Who's sitting at the seat at the UN? What does our flag look like? You know? Do we call ourselves black? Because black was given to us. That's not who we are. So once again, do we come up with our own identity? Do we come up with our own nationality? Once again, African American, we're not African American. That was given to you. That was made up by Jesse Jackson in like 1988 or something like that. So once again, what's our identity? We complain about somebody not doing something for us, but we don't have things in place to actually people to help us. And that has to change. You know, that's why SYSBM has to exist, because something new has to take place. If not, we're all going to be destroyed. You know, and whatever women you want to procreate with, that's listen, fellas, that's your business. Listen, I myself spent I was military, I was Air Force, I was Air Force 7 years. I spent 6.5 of that in Japan. So I've dealt with every woman. I've dealt with Japanese, white, you know, Korean, you know, I've Indian, I've done all that. You know, I finally, you know, married a sister, but like I said, I mean, like my older brother told me, I've dealt with the color of the rainbow. That's the advice he told me before dealing with sisters. He said, listen, taste the color of the rainbow. And that's exactly what I did. So once again, whoever y'all decided to procreate with, that's your business. I'm not going to say, brothers, you need, nah, bro. Handle your business. If that woman believes in your dreams, she can actually stand behind your vision of where you want to go, and she can encourage you along the way, and actually let you make mistakes without, you know, berating you, or without you know, calling you names and you ain't this and nigga you ain't that. Once again, somebody who actually can build with you, then brothers, I say go for it, man. Because truthfully, I have, and it's funny because I got many of friends. Listen, Mamacitas, listen, them Latina sisters, they're coming out of nowhere. Listen, I know brothers, like I'm in the DMV, you know, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I see brothers, you know, talking to the Ethiopians and people from El Salvador. Like I said, brothers, listen, it's a new day. It's a new day. You fellas should be proud of yourselves. We made it this far, but moving forward, we can't do what we used to do. We can't think like we used to think. We can't even call ourselves what we used to call ourselves. You know, because to me, black is them people. You know what I'm saying? We're not in black no more. We're not in darkness no more. We're not in the black no more. We in the light. You know what I'm saying? Let's call it, you know, say black man, light man. Listen, we light brothers. You know, we're not in the black no more. You know, we in the light. We know where we're going. We're in the light. The cover has been taken off our eyes, and we're moving forward. So I stand behind SYSBM. Shout out to my boy Mad Bus Driver, bro. I do know who you are, and man, I appreciate just even the thought. Like I said, man, that thought probably came from a spiritual place. But once again, I know you made videos, you said back in 2012, and you know, sometimes that things happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Something might not take, you might have an idea, and that idea was just ahead of its time. And I think SYSBM years ago wasn't going to come to fruition until now. The seed was planted, brother. You know, I appreciate Mad Bashar for at least planting the seed and sticking with it for all those years when nobody else wasn't really banging with it. Or not a lot of people. I can say nobody was banging with it. Not a lot of people was banging with it. I didn't know about SYSBM until really like a couple months ago when my boy MOT was going hard in the paint with it. So, you know, and I think that's, you know, moving forward, I think SYSBM is, like I said, is the standard. Has to be the standard. We're not rebuilding something that's been burnt down for 60 years. Black community don't exist. I'm sorry. Call me a coon, call me whatever you want to. Black community don't exist. You know, we're not gonna hang with you demon women anymore. You demon in women bodysuits. We're not dealing with y'all no more. You know, we're dealing with women who we want to deal with. Period. We're dealing with women in different land masses that want to deal with us, that want to build with us. We're dealing with them. Whatever it takes you to. You know, this is what we did before. Like, black people were all over the place. You know, brothers was there's plenty of black men, plenty of brothers out here building in different locations, man. You know, you guys need to do history of these different, the Greeks and the Chinese and the Japanese. Like, yo, we were everywhere. You know, brothers just weren't in Africa and America. Like, we were everywhere. And we got to get back to doing that. We got to spread back out. You know, come together collectively and shoot, maybe go out as teams or something like that. You know, send a 20-man team here, a 30-man team over here, a 40-man team over here. You know, all brothers in one accord and one unity, to build, connect with these people over here in this certain country, and see where it goes. I mean, listen, we can go, we got to play this. We can't stay here because we're at the rock bottom. There is only place that we can go is underneath the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're at the rock bottom. It's time to stand up. Like, no more footstools. We can't be footstools no more, fellas. Let's stand up and let's move forward. Let's stand up and let's build. Let's stand up and let's be global people again. You know what I'm saying? Make brothers. You said make America great again. Make brothers great again. AKA the black man. Make brothers great again. Make brothers feared again. Make brothers respected again. That's where we need to be. And that's where we need to be headed, man. But anyways, I'm not gonna rant too long. That's what I had to say. I'm in full support of SYSBM. If y'all don't like it, oh well. Stay here and keep doing what you've been doing. And that's absolutely nothing. Peace.